Load and drop them, load and drop them. Welcome to Mongoose Max Hawaii, the channel. Yes, and we'll expand here a little bit back into Spook 101, cryptocurrency. I'm doing the news orders, Commander. News Pepah because it's actually part of a marathon thing. Goopy. It's all kinds of things. And gotta keep the practice. We ain't doing this long. It's gotta be shorter. And there's all kinds of things in the news, you know. I mean, they want to get vaccinated. They want to put up the vaccine, right? But they're gonna go door to door. Hello. You open the door. But they're going to go door to door and offer it. And it's open for just like anything. And it's because there's two things. One, the demand, they say, went down. That's just using it like business, supply and demand. Because there's two things. One, the hesitancy, which they all talk about. And two, is the people who got vaccinated already. It's like, I got mine. I'm not going to go get it because I already got it. Anyways, there's more stuff. Because we gotta look at this inside. This is newspaper. Yeah, this is where we look what's inside the newspaper. Why? Because it's made of the paper. People are looking at newspapers. But also, get like a little fresh, fun look at the news and you know what's going on. Instead of being ignorant. I will not look at the news. Anyways, how do we know what's going on? Well, I know what's going on the inside of the paper. Look at the outside. Headlines. There. A face for every occasion. Why? Because I don't know what's on the paper. I don't know what's on the headline. Thank you for your patience there. The paper says, legislatures adjourn, citing progress. Better be making progress. They pay enough money. Efforts to increase shots. That's what I was talking about. Shots in the arm. Shot in the arm, and I got vaxxed. You give COVID a bad name. Sorry, Bon Jovi. Alright, numbers. New cases on Oahu, 79. New cases in the state, 122. Maybe we're traveling. 60 cases average daily this week. 1.9% contagiousness rate. I don't know what's going on there, but it seems like a bit of an increase if you ask me. Alright. Let's start moving. Because we got time limits this time. It's Friday, it's like the big errand day. The witch is here in full force. God. Back in the day, 1980. Oh. Flooding creates problems for motorists on Honolulu Road, and therefore watch out the area. Run like hiccups. Oh, look at that old style bus, 1980. Old style. What did they do? It's like they drove into the ocean. Hey, flooding! Dive into the ocean! It's like lemurs. What are we gonna do? Dive into the ocean! It's the solution for everything in Hawaii. When it gets too rough, dive into the ocean! Alright, what's going on? In the big time world, this guy with his biggest plane in the world kind of thing. Like he's just trying to. It's the co-founder of Microsoft. So you got Bill Gates, and they got like I don't know the other guy that no one knows. So he makes it the biggest plane in the world, trying to be just like Howard Hughes, with the spruce biggest plane. He was like, so he just make this biggest plane, launch reusable sonic flights research vehicles. Yeah, and his big ego, he just wanted to make the biggest plane. Guaranteed what that is. Garants while bearings. This kind of conversation with somebody, I might be a little collaboration out there, make convincing. So it'll be kind of cool. Get some other people starting up channels. And they're interesting people. So, I'll start it off right now. Ian, go down to Ian and just subscribe to his channel. He's just starting out. He's like hobbyist kind of guy, and he's an interesting person. But he's just starting. I'll do this. Pacific Northwest battles COVID surge. I got into a little discussion with Ian because he's hesitant. But he's got a medical reason to be hesitant. So he's gonna talk to a doctor. Talk to your doctor. I said there's nothing I can do. What can I take? I said doctor. Meanwhile, in Brazil, they passed their grim marker of 400,000 deaths. Not caught it. 400,000 dead. So the only other country to do that was, of course, USA. Because we're number one. India's going to pass that in about a week, I think. Scores die after their giant. Oh my God! Look at this. There's a stampede in Jerusalem. Is it the end times? We're not going to read Revelations just yet. Oh, my book is sticky. Revelations. The beast came out of the ocean after they drove into the ocean because it was flooding. So in Jerusalem, they had a stampede, this holy festival. Ultra-Orthodox crowd. And 44 people got killed because of the stampede. It's like a rock concert. It's like a rock concert. It's like the Who. 11 people died with the Who stampede. Okay. I don't know, that reference might be lost. Alright. Well, I'll see the news last night at Reprieve. I don't know what that is. Al's talking about public trust, yeah. Public trust. We're trying to get public trust. Like the government, people are going, trust me. Sure, right, yeah. This is a big Q, okay? Big Q. What do you grade President Joe Biden's first 100 days in office to be marked Friday? So Friday is 100 days. Which is, they do that for every president, the first 100 days. And now they do this for everybody too. What grade do you give? It's like everybody had a bad experience in school. Oh, I didn't like school. I only like my friends and social media. Sorry, YouTube. Me, peers, my friends. And they had, this bad teacher, that bad teacher. So now that they're out of school, right? They're like, it's like their revenge. I give you an F+. They do this to everything. It drives me as a former teacher. It drives me crazy. I know what grading's like. Just walking around going, C+. That's like your feelings. On topic. What do you grade President Joe Biden's first 100 days? 6% below average, 7% average, 19% very good, 20% poor, 48% excellent. They're not even doing F plus and C minus. They're doing like elementary school grade. You don't remember the elementary school cards? You get a satisfactory. There's a U for unsatisfactory. That's what we all dreaded in elementary school. I got a U on my report card. There's E for excellent, S for satisfactory. It's like everyone just get S's and you're done. The glacier is melting, but climate deniers will have a problem with you. They're on the side of big oil. Sudoku, we need that later. And of course, the guys that got all picked for quarterback. Quarterback. I don't know who got the quarterback, and I'm not really following it too much. This guy looks cool. It's like, hey man, I'm from Canada, and I moved to Maui, and I'm neighbors with what's his name? Oh yeah, right on. Matt McConaughey. Yeah, bongos, naked bongos. They got the naked beach they play bongos on. Drum circles, I'm sorry. New Agers. We're gonna be, that's not a bongos, it's a drum circle. Yeah, hard to keep up with New Agers. I really tried. I'm still Roman Catholic. Ta-da! But I'm open to spiritually minded people. Did you know that Satanism would not exist if you didn't have Jesus Christ in the picture? If there was no Jesus Christ in the picture, you wouldn't have Satanism. You owe us. Tribute to the witch. We're going to get that thing up there. But Uncle Cartoon, in the meantime, let's say that for Spook 101. Uncle Cartoon, jobless back then. This was Zen. But this is Tao. Zen. Jobless, can't find work, please help, think of, beg. Now, business owner, can't find workers, please help, think can, beg. Hey, you take advantage of your workers, and that's why your businesses fail. It's proven. I've done a lot of high score business research papers from Harvard and stuff like that. You underpay your workers and you cheat your workers like junk and use like scrimmages, use them, and your business is going to eventually fail. The happy workers that are well taken care of, those businesses thrive. Proven in papers. Now let's look at letters to the editor. We don't have all this time. Oh shoot. This is investigate police shootings. Don't shoot them all with bad apple. Blah. Car giveaway could help vaccinations. Yes, it would. But then all the people that already got vaxxed. You bastards! So raffle off a car. Vaccinated. Get the vaccinated. Give away a cheap car, whatever. Now let's get into it. Are we predisposed to kill one another? Wherever there is another mass murder in the U.S., many Americans say they don't understand why we lead the world in multiple homicides. Others claim that inadequate treatment of those with serious mental health issues is to blame. Sometimes, however, Occam's razor may apply. Oh God. If the dominant creatures on another planet had weapons that could kill a multitude of their fellow inhabitants within minutes, would we think they are peaceful? Would we think they are civilized? Would the number and the lethality of the weapons they have give us no clue as to their predisposition to kill one another? All life needs to have adequate mechanisms to protect itself, or it will become extinct. We have to ask ourselves, is our desire to have weapons that can kill scores of people within minutes because of reasonable, rational, and civilized need to protect ourselves? Or is it for a more subliminal reason? Robert Griffin McKee Thank you, Robert. That was awfully dark. Once in a while, I want to scare my pants off. Wait a minute, that came out wrong. Once in a while, a good scare. Because reading 666 in the Revelation chapter 13 is just boring already. Santos not Nero, right? Next. Oh! Yeah. The cryptocurrency mining wallet goes ding. I go over there and this thing goes ding, and then the wall. Oh. Don't allow universities to discriminate racially. No one disagrees with the intent of Hawaii. U.S. Senator Mazie Hirono's Asian hate crimes bill. Cite article April 22nd. But one question, why is the discrimination against Asian American students by elite universities not included in this bill? U.S. Senator Ted Cruz proposed an amendment to punish universities that discriminate against Asian American students, but it was defeated by Democratic senators. Why? Discrimination against Asian American students in higher education should not be tolerated. Jim McDiarmid, Mililani. Discrimination against Asian students in universities. That's a kind of a twist, wasn't it? No. Anyways, my Peter Lorre turned into like the Mexican border jumper guy. I don't know. Look, I don't know about this discrimination stuff, but Hawaii's got very much of a majority of Asian population. You can't even say Asian because that includes like 80% of people. You gotta go Japanese, Chinese, and then any other Asian country, right, is like included. So blah blah blah. Racism is bad. I mean, you might feel it in your heart, but don't act on it. Get help. This Marcus Mike said so. Next. Failures in Afghanistan show folly of war there. I'm trying to make up another voice. The war in Afghanistan has to be the dumbest, if not stupidest, war we have ever engaged in, right after the Vietnam War, which we already lost royally. Cite April 25th. The president obviously has been talked into it by the military. He should instead have listened to an historian like Harry Potter, who would have told him that the powerful British Empire, covering half the world, the sun never sets on it, was kicked out twice in the 19th century. Twice. Soviet Russia, the second most powerful country, gave up after having flown out 15,000 body bags of dead soldiers, and after 25 years of uselessly blowing billions of dollars and killing how many soldiers, we are still at it with no end in sight. Blessings and more power to our president to bring this pathetic spectacle to an end. Stop it. Get them out. Gerham C. Ham, Nu'uanu, and also guinea pig for my attempt at what's that guy, Snape? That guy recently passed away. God rest his soul, don't haunt me. Phoenix like these Curtis. Yeah, it's a long time war. You know why? It's not like we got something to gain so much. It's like because when we're at war, the U.S., the president has wartime acts, their wartime powers. And that's the secret where the executive branch is a little bit more powerful than it should be. Because we always got a war going on, so the president has this little extra wartime powers. So that's your investigative look into that. As I fall apart here. All right. Well, that was fun. Hey. Alright. Throw that over. And not just spill the coffee. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? It's Friday. And it's the last Friday of the month. It's official Aloha Friday. Official Aloha Friday. What can go wrong? Hey, look at that. Oh, that can go wrong.